digital media has like changed things.
Yeah,
so
social
much
media.
Too, you know, it's like I don't think bands ever in the past had to like worry about updating their socials, and like that's been such a huge point of contention at points in our career, and it's.
And you could be a great band, but you could be terrible at social media, and then your band isn't like relevant.
Right.
People like they want to see you do something cool.
Right.
Or they're just if you're not, then they're just out. You know.
And it ends up feeling somewhat disingenuous.
And I know what they'll say, get a job, act your age, but I know that it's useless, 'cause I'll never change. I'm a slob, I'm a wreck. If you like me like that, it's okay. How could I complain?
So, like I said, Chris and I had been living in Connecticut with our folks, and that's when we really did a lot of the bulk of like early Cheerleader writing. Chris was very diligent with, I guess, like smaller like indie blogs were like more of a thing then, or like more clout at that point in time.
Yeah, definitely.
So he had like a list of like 500 blogs, and we had written like a couple songs we were really proud of. So he emailed like literally every single one of them, personalized email. You know, so they couldn't see it was like a BCC scenario.
Right.
And we were like pretty shocked to find out that people were digging it, and then we actually got contacted by Rough Trade, and they're like, "Hey, do you guys have some more songs? Do you have a band?" And we're like, "No, and no."
Yeah.
So we kind of scrambled, we tried to get more stuff together. Got in contact with our current manager. He actually was a writer for Enemy at the time, so he had written like a little piece about one of our friends' bands, and so we were like, dude, give us his contact. So we had emailed him.
Come on, man.
And he reached out to, like, he was like, oh, the first couple songs were fine, but then he actually liked the next one.
That's
or
right.
something like that.
Yeah. He's a great guy. Super passionate about music, but he's so in it for music. And we never got the vibe from him that was like, this dude is looking to like party and music is his way in. He is just thoroughly a fan of music.
Thoroughly a fan of music, and thoroughly supportive of whatever choice we wanted to make.
Yeah.
You know, since the very beginning. So I don't think we really ever had any doubts. I think initially we were like so green that we didn't really have any idea what to expect or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he set up a showcase for us. It was like the scariest fucking thing in my life.
Mm-hmm.
Like there were like 9 different labels there or something.
Yeah.
Did you guys have like a huge dinner beforehand?
We had like a massive dinner, and like it was at Pianos, right?
Yeah.
It was probably the worst show we've ever played in our lives.
But yeah, then when it came time to sign with the label, we'd done the showcase, and I think at the time, we knew. We weren't very happy with our performance. And
it was a different lineup.
It was a different lineup. We hadn't played many shows, all that stuff. And the label that we signed to, our label Brain Antenna, was basically just like, I see something here, and maybe I didn't see it tonight, but like I know it's there, and like your music means a lot to me, and I don't know, just working with like passionate people.
Yeah, and they were Bright Antenna's awesome because they're a smaller label, so they can really spend time with each of their artists, whereas a larger label doesn't necessarily have that ability.
Yeah. So
yeah, they're the nicest people. I don't think we could be with a better label.
Yeah.
I just hear horror stories in the music industry, and like it's always waiting for something bad to happen, but like
they're awesome.
They're so great.
They're super nice.
Stood by us,
Yeah. And then I think bands used to sell records. Obviously, they'd make their money there, even when they. I don't know if this is true or not, but I hear when bands would go on tour, a lot of it was like, okay, well, there'd be like hype in the town, and they'd sell a lot of records.
Right.
And people talking about it, but now that's like completely wiped out. So it's like, your big part of making money is now just like not there anymore. So then other things come into play, like publishing, I guess.
Publishing,
your songs,
licensing,
commercials,
touring,
and stuff.
a lot of touring,
And I think with content, and the writing, just keep writing, and just like make a bunch of stuff. Especially with like how cheap gear is now, and like having a home studio set up. Just like make a bunch of songs, make a bunch of bad songs, and then they're not as bad, and eventually maybe they're pretty good. And then with the business stuff, I think just like kind of take your time, and it seems like stuff is like this has to happen right now, but it doesn't always. Sometimes you can just like kind of take your time and evaluate and assess.
Make sure your shoes are matching. So
Yeah.
when you play live,
No tennis shoes or
People-
sandals live.
people know.
I mean, it sounds cliched, but like, just don't get discouraged. It's really easy to get down on yourself and be like, you know, one person didn't like this song, or I got
Right.
weird vibes from someone, or this show didn't go well, and like that's gonna happen like 1,000 times, and it's gonna happen 1,000 more times to us. And if you let it get in your head, it like will really screw you up.
Yeah.
Just gotta keep your chin up. Keep doing it. If it's important to you, then it's gonna work out. You know.
Yeah, if you have fun, you'll keep doing it.
Yeah. Right.
It'll weed itself out. On this.